This mobile ring light might not last very long, and it's not the brightest outside, but we're gonna move the Luca. Okay. Hey legends, this is I Am Manifestation. I'm the conscious manifestation coach, Cerise, and I help you get out of your own way so you can manifest your version of an awesome fucking life. In this video, I wanted to talk to you about free will, whether other people have it in your reality, whether it's something to feel guilty about, and what I believe is really going on with everyone as you pushed out. Okay. The first thing I want to say is there is nothing to feel guilty about when it comes to manifesting, whether it's anything to do with people, yeah, sure, but there's people involved in all manifestation anyway. So whether you're manifesting a specific person romantically, or whether you're manifesting that a friend acts differently, or that co-workers act differently, or family works differently, or whether you're manifesting tangible things, people make the things, right? People exchange the cash, right? So all manifestation involves people anyway. So that's the first thing I want to say. There's nothing wrong about manifesting a specific person or manifesting something to do with people, because people are involved in all manifestation. Let's clear that up right now. Because I know that there's a lot of law of attraction teachers who say that it's okay to manifest everything but love. The second thing I want to say is you're always manifesting, so that in itself is ridiculous. Again, there's people involved in all manifestation, but you're always manifesting. So whether you are doing it consciously or whether you let the guilt take over and allow people to show up as you assume them to be based on the autopilot of your old programming, or whether you decide to consciously change the way you think about people and situations, if you want to talk about just manifestation in general and how people are involved in all manifestation, that's up to you, but you're always manifesting regardless. Now that that's out of the way, I want to talk about how I see everyone as you pushed out. And there's a lot of different kind of ways that I explain manifestation to help people understand. So sometimes I bring up like simulation theory. I don't 100% know if I believe in whether we're living in a simulation or not. Apparently, according to Neil deGrasse Tyson, it's a 50-50 chance that we are. That would explain a lot of things. And I like to use that to explain focusing on the physical world, which I won't talk about in this video. There's also the idea of there being infinite realities, okay? And we know that there is, because we have choices to do things an infinite amount of ways in every moment. So the way that I like to think about it, right, is everyone has free will in their own reality. So you're the only person who has free will in your reality. You're the only one who can select the version of reality that you're experiencing. So what a lot of people might not want to hear, particularly if they are consciously manifesting a specific person romantically, is that you're not making anyone do anything. Okay, you're not making them do anything. I know that the law of assumption tends to appeal to a lot of people who are wanting to feel more in control of their life and their experience. And I'm not saying that you're not in control of your experience, but you're not forcing anyone to do anything. You're not making anyone become anything. Sometimes I will use the terminology whilst they're becoming, like doing things while your manifestation is becoming or your specific person is becoming, but they're actually not becoming in the way that I think about it. To me, you are just simply selecting a reality out of infinite realities where the person that you want or the person that you are wanting to see differently, experience differently, again, romantically, friendship-wise, work-wise, whatever it might be, they are already the version that you want to experience in a reality somewhere. And you're simply selecting that reality and moving into it, which is why when you're constantly staring at your current reality and going, why haven't they changed yet? Have they changed yet? Looking for evidence to see if they have, particularly on like social media or talking to people that you have in common to like hopefully hear something. When you're doing all of those things out of fear, first of all, you're going to end up hearing or seeing something that you're worried about seeing. So don't be doing that. But when you're focusing on it, instead of focusing on the version that you want up here, you're holding yourself in the current reality where they're not showing up as the version that you want. How I like to think of it is every moment is its own little bubble. And all the infinite possibilities that could stem from a choice from that bubble, that moment, are overlapping with this one. And you're subtly with every choice just moving into another little bubble, right? And even though manifestation is not logical, when we look back at the path that led to us getting the thing we want, there will be a seemingly logical path that led to it. That's just how things work in this realm, school, world, however you want to think of the experience, simulation, whatever. So you're subtly moving into all these little bubbles by focusing on your end goal. You can manifest in steps, but if you are manifesting from the end goal more than in steps, you're simply putting the destination into Google Maps and allowing Google Maps, your metaphorical Google Maps, to guide you via the path of least resistance, via the most efficient path to your end goal. When you manifest in steps, it's like adding stops to your Uber ride, right? So it's not always going to be the quickest way to get there. It's probably not if you're trying to control the steps on the way. There are ways to help living from the end be easier, to make it easier to do that, because I used to find it easier to manifest in steps. That's something to talk about in another video. So when you do live from the end, you get inspired action to shift into the little bubbles within each moment that are the most efficient route to your end goal. So that's all you're doing. Other people in your reality are not puppets. You are not controlling them. There is not one version of them that you're forcing to change. That's why I don't like the word conform, really, when we're talking about, law of assumption. You'll hear that word a lot. I don't really like to think of conforming. We're not molding someone from like a statue that's made from clay into something else, right? We're actually just choosing a reality that already exists, a version of them that already exists as the one that we want to experience. And then we're being guided via inspired action, our internal Google Maps, to the reality where that is the case. And the reason that I really wanted to talk about this, again, I try to speak as generally as possible when it comes to my videos, because I'm not trying to gain followers and subscribers and clients by solely talking about love to like prey on all the people that are manifesting love or a specific person. But obviously, most of my clients are coming to me for specific person manifestations, which is totally fine. I'm not against it at all, like I said at the start of the video. But I just like to not solely emphasize my content on that, because I want people to, as you might know, have heard me talk about in other videos, I want people to focus on their self-concept, on themselves, on the things that they enjoy, on calming their nervous systems and things like that as well. I want them to focus more on themselves, because in my experience, that is the most efficient way to get into the state, not to mention make the whole experience of manifesting more enjoyable and less anxiety ridden. So for that reason, I don't speak specifically on love. And there's a lot of coaches out there that essentially do prey on the people that are manifesting love. And you manifest everything the same way. So you can take everything that I speak about in terms of manifestation, regardless of what example I'm using, and apply it to whatever it is that you're manifesting. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this particular topic was I get a lot of people, clients coming to me who are manifesting a specific person. So when I explain it to my clients to think about it in a way that's not suggesting that they're forcing anyone to do anything, but they're simply selecting a reality where the person that they want, or the version of the person that they want, is already that version, and they're selecting that, it usually takes a lot of the pressure off. It also just helps in terms of the SP in general. You're not staring at them going, why aren't you the version I want yet? Why aren't you the version I want yet? It helps you just feel a little bit less anxious for pretty much everyone that I've sort of explained it to in that way, that I've coached, or when I've made videos about it. I think I may have on TikTok a while ago. It just helps relieve some of that anxiety, which obviously the nervous system regulation will also help with more efficiently, and help the client, trust a little bit more in the process, and stop staring at it, keeping it in play, holding themselves in the reality where things aren't the way they want. Because when you think you're making someone become something, that's what's making you constantly check the current version of them that's in front of you. You're wanting to see the change. And another thing that I like to recommend is, obviously, one of the downfalls of the modern age that we live in is the availability of being able to check social media and things like that to see if someone's conformed and all of that. An affirmation that I shared recently on TikTok as well that might help people when they're seeing the current, maybe unfavorable version of someone, regardless of whether it's romantic or familial, friendship, work-wise, whatever, is I am stepping into my ideal reality right now. Okay, so when you see the current unfavorable version, look away. I'm stepping into my ideal reality right now, and distract yourself with something that you enjoy doing or something that helps calm you down. So I would love to know if you want to let me know in the comments whether thinking about it as more moving into a reality where someone is already the version you want them to be helps you release a little bit of the control that you're trying to have, as opposed to thinking about making someone conform, making someone who already exists become something else. All right, there's infinite versions. You're simply selecting the version that you consider to be ideal for the reality that you want to be experiencing, and you are stepping into that. If you found any of this helpful and you want to help me on my mission to help as many people as possible on a free platform, it'd be so appreciated if you could like, share, comment, and or subscribe. I hate asking, but that's how this free platform shit works. That's where I'm going to leave things today. Thanks for being here. You're a fucking legend. Don't you ever forget it. And until next time, have a good one. And I hope we